Alright, what up, Hattie? Oh my daddy. Oh, welcome back to the channel. That was unexpected. The camera turned on, but we're here because I was still adjusting. We're here. Welcome back. Okay, so today, wait. Yeah, last week, or really a few days ago, we wrapped up the Walking in Purpose sub-series to the completion series on my channel this year. The completion series on my channel this year. Yeah, and next we're going to be talking about being rooted in the process. So that's going to be the vibes all month, or for the next couple videos. All right, so last week we did the recap for 2025 so far. We did lessons on completion so far and just talked about all the things that we talked about so far, like all the different lessons I've learned, all the different videos I've done, what the Lord has shown me, how far have I grown, all of those wonderful things. That's what we did last week. Okay, and this week we are going to be talking about, we are getting in my tea a little too hard via the podcast and these videos because this is real time. We are going to be talking about how growth isn't always glamorous and embracing hidden seasons and all that. So, all right, so we like to think of, like, whenever I think somebody's like growth and stuff, like I be thinking about the pop out. Like, and I feel like I'm not the only person that thinks about like growth being the pop out. When in actuality, like, that's not the growth part, okay? A lot of times growth is like silent, and it's like a lot of letting go and waiting. The accursed waiting. Yes. Okay, which is right now for me. I am in the pruning / waiting and / no, it's not silent. It's not silent. Me and Jesus was just talking. I was just talking to the Lord, and then like I just realized, like, I was like, yo, I hear your voice extra clearly. He was like, yeah, you do. And I was just like, oh snap. And I had to run around my room and praise break real quick because I was like, ah. And it's like I've always heard his voice clearly like that, but then I like had to tap in and realize, like, nah, like we've been chatting it up. And I'm like, oh snap, I'm chatting it up with the Lord. So like growth. But like I'm also like waiting, and like the reason why I'm chatting it up is because I'm waiting a lot. Like I am in a very waiting season. And granted, I prayed for patience last year. I did. I prayed for it a lot. I prayed for it. I've actually been praying for it over the last 2 years. I've been praying for patience. So I guess he's giving me what I asked for. I forgot about that prayer. I really did. He did not give me no type of warning on when he was going to try to answer it or nothing. He just pulled it out the cut, and I just now remember, you know what? Maybe I'm going to change my attitude about this. You know, maybe that's why I need to be recording these videos, because I'm sorry. Maybe I have no reason to be mad. Did I pray for this moment? Dang it! I gotta stop putting my foot in my mouth. All right, so here's what you can expect today. You can expect to learn what it means to be in the hidden season. Again, real-time facts. Why these seasons matter in your purpose journey. How to stay faithful and grounded when you are feeling unseen. That's a doozy. I don't even know if I'm being faithful and grounded. I am? Okay. But, it's hard. All right? So let's just start understanding the hidden seasons, okay? So a hidden season is basically when the Lord is like back here in the cut. He's like doing stuff and like popping his head around the corner being like, you good over there? Okay, bet. And then he's just back there, and then you like try to go back there, and he'd be like, whoa, stay up there. And I'm just like, okay, what am I doing up here? And you just keep doing what you're doing. I'm like, I'm not doing shit. And he's just like, all right. But yeah, he's back there. And while he's back there, he's like building your character and like building trust in the relationship. And then like also like giving you endurance to like go an extra mile that you never thought you could go. Yeah, these are some of the most foundational moments in your purpose development journey, I feel, because this is when your faith is really going to be tested. Like, you're going to really feel it when you get to this part of the journey, when he really start like playing, well, not playing, but I be calling it playing because you playing. But when he starts stretching you in this way, and you start really having to like surrender and like let go of timelines in every capacity, wherever you have a timeline, it's just fuck that shit. It's just I think that's just a part of the level up with the faith, because he's gonna really see like how, like, are you leaning on me though? Like, that's kind of like one of those like lean ins, like, yeah, but do you like really trust me though? Like, what if I'm like right here with you and I'm telling you I'm right here with you preparing something for you, but like I'm also taking things away from you at the same time? You still gonna stay? You're not gonna get mad at me? Yeah, that's what he be doing to me. I'm concerned about I'm concerned about it. Like, it stresses me out. But it's okay, because I'm learning more about myself. Like I said, patience is something I prayed for, and I just remembered I prayed for it. So I put myself here. So now it's like, okay, perspective shift. Maybe I should be a little bit more like grateful that I have to wait, because I'm learning to be patient now. And that's what I asked to learn how to do. There's something to be grateful for in the midst of this trial, but it's just like, you know, like sometimes it's just like, some biblical examples of hidden seasons would be in 1 Samuel chapters 16 to 17. That is when David was anointed with the oils. Samuel anointed David, right? But like, then David returned to the field. And that hidden season of him just like still being in the field and doing everything he had to do and all that stuff, and even being in the field before then, like, that prepared him for the public victory of taking down Goliath. Like, he had to be in the lion's den. He had to be like taking out bears and stuff. Like, he was gritty. He was rough. He was a roughneck. He was out here fighting. I mean, literally took out, like, slept in a lion's den, didn't get ate up. Like, baby, it put me in a lion's den. I'm laying down. I'm laying down. I'm prostrate, and I said, Lord, I can't wait to see you at the gates. I hope I did enough. I hope I saved enough souls for you. This is it. In my Michael Jackson voice, I would be out. I would. So for him to do all that, Goliath won't. All you is tall at this point. Like, that's it. All you is tall at this point. Like, I done seen it all. All you is tall, and I got something for your tall ass. Bink, and he sure did knock him out. Hallelujah. So the hidden seasons do prepare you for your public victory. And also, like, and we're going to touch on this a little bit later, but these moments can be protection as well. And you can see that in the book of Exodus, where with the Lord's help, Moses is guiding the Israelites into the wilderness and away from the enemies. Okay. All right, so signs of when you're being hidden is like feeling stagnant and overlooked. When you are just being obedient without any type of recognition. And I want to touch on the recognition part, because it's not so much the worldly recognition, but it's like sometimes not receiving the promise in the amount of time that you thought you would, or not getting like rescued in a sense from the situation can feel like God's not recognizing your obedience. Because like, that's kind of where I'm like at. That's my disconnect, because I'm like, I'm doing everything you're asking me to do. Like, why is this not working? And it's like, it's not that it's not working, it's just that God's working. Like, God's working. Like, what you're doing, you're good. You're doing what he asked you to do. Keep doing it. He's working. And like, I know you think you've been doing it a long enough amount of time, but like, he's still working. So you need to keep going. You need to keep doing what you're doing. He will give you other instructions when you need them. But he did not tell you what else to do yet. So just keep doing the thing. And I know it's annoying, but keep doing the thing. And that leads me to the next point. It'll be slow, quiet growth that feels like nothing is happening. Ooh, my life, it feels like nothing is happening. It feels like you are just in this place though. I am doing this every day and nothing is happening. I just said this in the car. I just got done saying this in the car. I'm like, I am here standing in the paint, hitting the marathon. I'm like, I am standing in the paint. I am doing the things, and nothing's happening. Like, who wrote this? Me or you, Lord? Oh, I know I wrote this last bullet point. Perceived attacks, but it's growth. So like you're like taking all of this in as like being attacked. Like it feels like you're on the defense, and part of that is probably because you just got out of being on the defense. Like you've probably been on the defense this whole span of time, and then the Lord's like, all right, you don't have to do that no more. But then like nothing's also physically changing, but spiritually he's like, yeah, you're good, relax. But it's like physically you don't really see a reason to relax, if that makes sense. So you're like, no. And he's like, relax. And you're like, no, I'm not seeing what you said. And he's like, I said to relax though. And you're just like, no, I'm ready. And he's like, you don't need to be ready for anything. Nothing bad's gonna happen. I'm like, everything's gonna happen. Yeah. So it's a mind fuck. That's the mind fuck I'm in right now, because I'm just like, I don't know. I got my head on the swivel. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready for anything to pop around the corner, and just, I'm ready. But I need to relax, because that's not the season. I'm not in a survival season anymore. I'm thriving right now. Like, it's shifting perspectives. Like, that's the hard part. Like, getting your mind to catch up with the spirit of like, and getting your flesh to catch up with the spirit. Like when the Lord is telling you like, hey, that's not where you are anymore. You're over here now. Come over here with me. And you're just like, I'm there. And he's like, no, you gotta relax though. And I'm just like, see how I'm like staying in the same spot. All right. Why God hides you before he elevates you. Hallelujah. So this is divine preparation seasons. Hiddenness protects you while God builds you. So like I said in the book of Exodus, when these people went out into the wilderness, first of all, the Lord had to close up the Red Sea behind them just to make sure nobody could get to them anymore. And then on top of that, they were just out here in the woods, in the wilderness. Now, they extended their time out here, because if you're doing what I'm doing, which is similar to what the Israelites did, which is, and you're not really doing anything, you're stressed out, it's going to take a little bit of time, because you're doing a lot. But, if you give in, which I think I just did earlier. We had that talk. But if you give in, then you'll realize that like it's a protective thing, and that the Lord is really trying to make sure you're like really, really ready for the position. Like you can't get there and fuck it up. Okay, you just can't do that. You can't get there and fuck it up. That's not an option. So if we gotta wait 40 years in the wilderness, we're gonna wait 40 years in the wilderness, because you can't fuck it up. Okay? You following? You have to do it his way. Oh, I saw that earlier today. Like, if you're going to do something and the Lord is telling you to do so, you got to do it his way. You cannot do it your way and think that it's going to fly. It's not. And you will wait. You will be held up right there at the gate. You better stop playing. All right. Growth is also deeper than visibility. So, like, it forces you to ask yourself, like, the hard questions. Like, I know for me right now, I'm asking myself a lot of questions about my faith. If I'm truly trusting the Lord like I say I am, if I'm truly rocking with him like I say I do. Like, when I get frustrated, I have to actively change my conversation to say I feel like, instead of just saying out loud, you don't, because that's not true, And it's just like being more mindful of like my stance, and even when I am frustrated, because I feel like being frustrated with the Lord is a normal feeling. Like if you have a true relationship with somebody, they're gonna get on your nerves. Like that's part of being somebody in relationship with people. They irritate me. People are irritating. And I feel like we're all like, the Lord is present within all of us. So he's gonna definitely irritate you, because he's in everybody and everybody's annoying. That's just how I look at it. I'm like, the God in you sees the God in me, and sometimes we piss each other off. Love you. Like, I don't know. Like, that's just how I see it. So, I just feel like you got to be honest about where you are in your walk. And, like, you got to be honest with God about how he's making you feel. Because I tell Jesus how he made me feel. And he'd be like, that hurt my feelings. And I'd be like, well, you hurt mine. And he'd be like, well, my bad. I'm not trying to hurt you. I'm trying to help you. And I'd be like, well, I don't like it. And he'd be like, well, do you want me to stop? And I'd be like, no. And he'd be like, all right, well, get over it. And then that be that. Like, and that just be that. Like, but I'd be like, I still don't like it. I'm still mad. He'd be like, all right, but like, you still got to do what I said. So be mad and follow up, or be happy, you know, get on out there, baby. I mean, he would like you to do it with a smile on your face, but hey, get it done. Like, hey, get it done. And, you know, the smile will come later. We'll get there. You're like, we'll get there. And I feel like that's me. Like, I'm a we'll get there child. Like, the Lord is like, all right, we'll get there. Just keep being obedient though. Keep doing what I say, we'll get there. You'll eventually have a good attitude about this. I'm starting to get better though, because I feel like even with changing my speech and frustration, like that's me being more revering and like more like honest and more like soft. I'm learning how to be more soft about my emotions with the Lord, because I don't want to hurt his feelings. Like, whole time my husband might appreciate this, because I can be rough around the edges when I'm upset. So this might be good for a lot of reasons. Come on, Jesus. Hey. And that brings me to the next point. Reframe the season. Silence is not absence, okay? God is with you, okay? He's just growing the roots before he shows you the fruits, okay? He is making sure you have a firm foundation. He is testing out my foundation for real. He is shaking it. He is kicking it. He is like, all right, what you standing on though? Because like, do you believe in me? Is it the rock? Is it the rock? Am I the cornerstone? Like, I need to see if I'm here at the bottom. Like, he is stomping, like tap dancing, earthquaking. Like, yeah, you still falling on me? Like, what's up? But it matters, because when the promise kicks in and things start singing, I'm gonna need him more than ever, and I'm gonna need to hear his voice clearly, crystal clear. I'm going to have to know like how to move, where to be, what to do. And that all comes with this season. Like, learning all of that comes with this season of my life. So yes, it's annoying. It's frustrating. It's getting on my gosh darn nerves. But it's growth. And it's necessary, and at least it's private. It's personal. It ain't out there like that, you know? Like, it's just me and him and us and my little blurbs about it when I'm talking to y'all. All right, cool. The mic's still on. We live. All right. So how do you embrace this season? Well, you got to stay in prayer and your word. Yeah, you really got to stay in prayer and your word. I mean, even if you get frustrated by the end of the day and your prayer turns into an angry rant, like, one thing God told me earlier today is that you can't trust anybody with this side of yourself except me. So like, I know you feel bad sometimes for showing me these raw thoughts and feelings, but I'm your safe space. Like, don't feel bad about sharing that side of yourself with me, because I'm not judging you. I know you, and like, I accept you still, and I love you still. So like, please come to me with all of that. Like, I can take all of that and give you what you need from it, and we can, you know, settle it like that. And I love that he told me that. Like, that was the most comforting thing I heard today. Like, that just, all of my frustrations went away after he told me that he was okay with, I mean, essentially who I am. Like, right now in this moment. Like, who I am right now in this moment is enough for him. He's like, you are trying. I see you. Like, don't feel bad that you get frustrated with me right now. It's okay. I need all of that. Bring it to me. Don't go putting it anywhere else. Get it. Bring it all to me. And I'm just like, oh, you love me? And he's like, yeah. Like, don't even talk to nobody about that. Talk to me. And I'm just like, okay. So I love that. Definitely practice gratitude for the process. Okay, not just the outcomes. Like, yes, we know a promise is on the way at the end of this. Like, that's happening regardless. Like, but don't focus on that, because that's just, one, that's not your business. Like, there's nothing more that you could do to make your promise come like any faster. Like, there's nothing you could do. Like, the Lord's going to deliver in his time. That's on period. When you're ready, period. And only he knows when you're ready. Like, that's it. There's a period at the end of that. When he thinks you're ready, when he knows you're ready, you will receive, period. Don't even focus on that. Just focus on the fact that he is focusing on you. You got the Lord's attention. I think that says a lot. Like, you got the Lord's attention. Like, what? The creator, the one true God, like, you got his attention. That's enough. That's more than enough, actually. He's looking at you in a good way. He's looking at you like, yeah, I want to bless you. Like, I have a promise for you. Better be grateful. And also journal or write down or document in some form how God is stretching you behind the scenes. Like, this is mine. This is my way of getting out all the raw thoughts after I've talked to the Lord, and expressing them and sharing them with people, because, hey, people don't be liking to listen to me talk around me, but I feel like they do. But I feel like I also be rapping, so it's just good for me to make videos. Bam. All right, some practical habits that you can have as well to help you embrace the season would be to set small weekly goals that align with your purpose. I definitely have those. I have things that I do, these videos, weekly podcasts, weekly emails, content. Like, I have small things that align with everything that I'm supposed to be doing, and I make sure I hit them by any means necessary. So it's not just me alone waiting for a promise, sitting here twiddling my thumbs. No, the Lord gave me things to do. He's like, yeah. And every so often I revisit like what I've done so far, and he's like, all right, it's time to add this to the mix. Like, it wasn't all, and that's another thing, it wasn't like all at once. Like, I love that I wrote down small weekly goals, because it's like it's been a gradual process. Like, at first I didn't do anything in January other than, I think all I did was send emails. I don't even think I started that. I think I didn't start anything until February. I think I started the emails. No, I didn't. I think I started everything in February with these videos and the weekly emails. And then in March, I started adding content. And then in April, I added my podcast. And now we're here in this space where, I got some things coming up. Don't worry about what's coming up next. Just know that something's coming up next. I'm focusing on my personal, obviously, growth this month, and I think a little bit more next month. But we'll see what I have cooking up. We'll see. I'm not even gonna commit to nothing, because we're gonna see. But track your quiet progress. See what's shifting inwardly, not just externally. So like I said, like, I know I need to cover my clients in prayer now. That's something that externally I can do. But like internally, like, I know that I clearly hear the voice of the Lord. That's growth. Internally, I know that I need to shift my perspective on this season in my life, because it's something I prayed for. So now that's something I need to think about and reconcile within myself. But like, also the Lord, just like what I just said to y'all, like, the Lord has his eyes on me. Like, I have his attention. Like, that's something that I just said to y'all. Like, he said that to me. Like, he's like, first of all, you got the Lord's attention. That's a good thing. Like, I'm paying attention to you. Like, that's excellent. Like, what are you talking about? Like, baby, we're getting to know each other. Like, at the end of all this, like, you gonna know me. Is that not the goal? Like, is that not what you're doing? And I'm just like, you know what? Let me not get too caught up on the things that don't really matter for real. Like, let me lean back and just, you know what? Because why am I upset? I don't need to be. And then lastly, you need to create a margin. So sometimes growth looks like slowing down. I realized yesterday when I fell asleep at like 7:30 and woke up at 3 a.m. this morning that I was probably pretty damn tired. And then I keep saying over and over again, I'm tired. And I'm just like, maybe I need to go to sleep. Like, maybe I need to actually like go to bed. And I did that yesterday. And then I woke up and I cleaned up my house. And like, as soon as I get off here, I'm gonna cook and clean up again. And then I'm gonna go right to sleep. And I'm just like, maybe I just need to maintain a good rest routine and a good routine. And it's like, that's something that I was supposed to focus on that last month. And I didn't. I mean, I did a little bit because I added the gym. And the gym is still here. But I think I need to focus more on what am I doing when I'm at home routine. And actually rest and make sure I'm taking care of myself for real instead of for fake. So yeah, definitely document everything and create a margin and slow down and like really reassess your life and rest. Because sometimes like God is delaying things and slowing you down so that you can rest before you get to the next place. I remember, I can't remember if it was Elisha or Elijah, but one of them, you know what? I'm gonna stop acting like I know these people's names, because it'd be a lot of MFers in there, and y'all gonna know the parable I'm talking about, the people who are Bible savvy, and just comment it below. But basically, somebody was going through it, and he was mad, and the Lord was like, all right, go to bed and take a and have a snack. And so he went to bed and he had a snack, and then he he was chilling after that, and then he was like, all right, now I need you to go back to sleep and have a snack, because this rest is going to prepare you for the next place that you're going. And I feel like sometimes God slows us down so that we can be prepared for the next place, and we forget that like we're going to need energy, endurance, and all types of strength to go to the next place. So those things. Key takeaways, because we're hitting the conclusion, y'all. We're wrapping up. Growth is not always glamorous. It is not cute, but there's always a purpose in it. Okay? Hidden seasons are sacred. Seriously, they're sacred. Keep your shit to yourself. Do not call anybody except the Lord. And that is sage wisdom, y'all. Like, I know sometimes you want to hear your friend's advice, but I'm telling you, they're not going to know what to do, because this is something that is, you don't even understand it. It is above you. It is so spiritually above you. Go into a human, foolish. You fool. Don't do that. Just cry in their arms and tell them that you're sad. And just say, I'm expressing it. Preface it with, I'm frustrated because of the Lord, or something. And then they can give you like the earthly hug you need or something. But like, don't try to get advice. That's not wise. All right. What you are building privately will sustain you publicly. See? If you letting everybody know what you're building, then they gonna knock it down. So keep that shit to yourself. Don't tell nobody nothing. You saw how I almost told y'all something and then I told you nothing? So yeah, comment a time when God was working behind the scenes in your life and you didn't see it then, but you see it now. I'm going to see that shit. And then next week, we'll be talking about how purpose is a process. And we're breaking down the lies and the truths about walking into your God-given calling. All right, be sure to subscribe and share this video with somebody who's going through a waiting season too, because they need me if I need you. Baby boo. Ooh. I really, I should be a star. I should be a celebrity. That was off the dome. Somebody give me a prayer. All right, have a great day. Bye.